Welcome to Paperweights, the podcast where two self-proclaimed gym rats and shooting enthusiasts delve into the world of literature with a sprinkle of humor. Although their biceps could crush a walnut, don't let that intimidate you. They also have a nerdy side. Mike and Brandon have a voracious appetite for reading, particularly in the fantasy genre, and they want to share their passion with you. So grab your protein shake and your favorite novel and join us for a humorous and insightful journey into the world of books with Paperweights.
Welcome back to another episode of the Paperweights. I'm your host, Brandon.
And Justin.
And today we are discussing the short story Locke Lamora and the Bottled Serpent. It was originally published in a magazine called Grimoire, I think, and he was able to release it as an ebook, and it's slightly, from what I read, it's slightly modified and extended a little bit, his preferred version, if you will. There was also a special edition, I think, by Subterranean Press, which looked really cool, but it was like $100.
Yeah, it's too much
for a 50-page book. But hey, I like special collectors things. I did not buy that. I think it was sold out by the time I got to it. But it did look pretty cool. So, but we're going to be discussing this. Before we get into it, we are sponsored by Mudcat Whiskers, a Louisiana small business that sells men's beard products and candles and colognes. So if you are interested in any of that, he also has shaving creams. And you can go to his website, mudcatwhiskers.com, and use code Paperweights at checkout. I've also heard that he is potentially looking in and kind of experimenting with aftershaves. So that might be coming up soon. He has several different fragrance profiles for these products, and a unscented fragrance as well. If you're a hunter or allergic or sensitive to specific scents, the skinned is what it's called. The unscented one does pretty well. That's probably the one I use the most. But anyway, if I want my jiu-jitsu partners to comment on how awesome my beard smells, I'll use one of the scented beard oils right before I go to jiu-jitsu. So
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say something, so I paused.
No. I thought about it. Yeah, they would get some good smells because these good products.
Yeah.
You should buy them.
Yes, use code Paperweights to check out. You're gonna save yourself 15%. So, all right, Justin.
Yeah,
Did you enjoy the short story?
I did. I mean, it's kind of nothing, but it was fun. You know what I mean? Like you can't really judge it as really much of anything because it's just kind of a little short story. I wish it was in a collection of four of them, kind of like what he says in the afterward. He's thinking about doing one for each of the bastards when they're because yeah, it was just kind of like yeah, it was fun, and then it kind of ends. I'm like, oh, like I don't know. There's really not much to it, as we'll get into, but it was good being back in the world and everything. I don't know.
Yeah, I have this sneaking feeling that like Scott Lynch might like the idea of maybe hurting some people, but he has self-control, and so he just writes all sorts of terrible things to happen to Locke Lamora. Uh, so just
I
kind of
mean,
his way of like punishing a person or a character. So he created somebody he can that's fictional.
yeah, I mean, not much really bad happens to Locke in this one though. So
I mean,
he's more of like an observer.
true, but he every time he would get ahead with money, it would,
Yeah,
he'd get like, I wouldn't say taken advantage of, but maybe his generosity was taken advantage of.
yeah, yeah,
So he's not getting ahead. Like he's definitely not getting ahead of anything in most of his adventures. Especially here. He's definitely behind. So
true. But he learned a valuable lesson
yeah.
that sometimes you need to go do good deeds, even though it might screw you over.
Yes. As the very last line of the book says.
Yeah, basically.
In more crass language. But
Yes, because it's Father James. Yeah,
yes.
I do like I understand it's a short story and everything. I do wish we saw more of the crew because it was kind of, a little isolated little mini adventure. But yeah, I enjoyed it. How about yourself?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed getting back to Locke Lamora, uh, seeing him do tasks. I did not go back and read the Orphan's Moon chapter, so I wasn't. I assume that was the chapter that kind of talked about the different prostitute
I don't,
groups.
yeah, maybe. I did.
Um, which it did he did reference those two groups.
Mhm.
So it definitely I'm pretty sure it took place after we learned about those, but maybe not necessarily right after. Um,
Yeah, and he's like 13 or so.
yeah, yeah. I do agree. I would like more of these and just kind of see those certain, but I feel like we kind of already got um like in one of the books, Jean, when he went and trained um, in the castle with the thorns that sucked
Yeah,
his blood, uh, that kind of I don't know if it was the same summer, but it was kind of a, I guess the glimpses of what Father Chains did with them during summers, going and learning on other places. So,
yeah. I mean, we also got the one where he was that death priest or whatever, and like
oh yeah.
killed him, like fake killed himself or whatever. Um, but yeah, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it was just missing kind of the gang, or like, it's a totally different story, but like, we could have some of their like little mini heist before like book one or whatever, whether, you know, there's a lot you could do with short stories of this nature, um, to kind of flesh out everything. Even like if you wanted to do stuff with like, a short story of like um, oh my God. The old lady that was the spy master in book one.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't the spider, huh? Was she?
Maybe it was the spider. Yeah, I thought it was a cooler name, but yeah, like you could do like a little short story of her. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in this world that you could do short stories to. That would be really cool. And
Yeah.
so I'm not like disappointed that we got this because it was good. It was just kind of like, it was kind of just good. I was like, yeah, that was fun. All right. I don't really, there's not really much to talk about. I mean, we
Yeah.
will talk about, but
We've had Scott on the podcast before, so
mhm.
I was gonna share this on the Gentleman Bastards uh
Yeah,
forum subreddit, which he's always on. Maybe he'll listen to it and get some ideas and you know
yeah,
help out some
yeah,
more stuff. We're definitely looking forward to the eventual coming of book four.
definitely.
Was it the
Yeah,
Thorn of Emberlane? Is it the name of it?
yes,
Yeah.
should be. I think so. That's what he said. Yeah, like yeah, it just kind of wetted the whistle for more little short stories. And it was cool being back in Comore. Um, getting that crazy like fish, basically Sharknado happen, which is kind of
Getting
funny.
slapped with fish. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that was cool. Yeah, I don't know.
All
Yeah,
right, do you want to just give a brief summary? I mean, like you said,
yeah,
not much happened.
yeah. Basically, they're all the crew is around the time when they're like 13 or so. They don't really have Locke's true birthday. Um, and they're like all going on their little like sojourns to be trained. He is sent to the Unbroken Jar, which is like a tavern slash gambling hall thing, to work underneath like one of the oh my god, the Kappa baristas type stuff. So they're like the forward facing actual operation. If you remember back in book one, the Gentleman Bastards were very much playing that they were like very low in the society, so they would have to like go help out stuff. And he's basically like just doing like menial tasks. Father Chains tells him to kind of lay low, like you're really good at making crazy schemes, but this time you're just gonna chill out and show me that you can like chill out. So he kind of does that. During the time, he befriends, okay, Mazak
Saba.
Saba?
Yeah.
Has a Z in it. Zazba, something like that. I don't know.
Zaba. It's
Zaba.
Szaba.
Yes, Zaba.
Zaba.
Who's this like ex kind of mercenary sellsword guy,
Pretty washed
alcoholic.
up.
Yeah,
In a gambling addiction.
washed up alcoholic. He tied his alcoholism with his gambling addiction because he drinks. He like bets on himself to drink this crazy bottled serpent poison. Hey, hence the name, and it's like actual poison, and you can like only drink so many cups before like you kind of die or throw up and stuff. So he like bets that he can do a certain amount, and yeah, he does that a couple times during the story. And he is kind of like losing, very much washed up, like you said. Locke ends up giving him some money to stave off some of the Kappa's people because we don't really get into what he's doing to the Kappa's Barsabi, which is a fun remembrance of good old Barsabi. We get mentions of Barsabi's daughter. We get mentions of the two sharp fighting ladies.
The Barangia
Yeah,
sisters.
yeah, we get mentions of them, so that was fun.
We see
Um,
his son, Anjay,
yeah,
Anjay's or whatever.
yeah, we see him. I was hoping we would see some Nazca, but we didn't. Um,
We got mention
we
of Nazca.
we got mentioned of her, but we didn't get to see her. That would have been fun. But anyway, he's doing. It seems like he's gotten some debts with them. Maybe had a bad job. We don't really get much information on that. Anyway, basically towards the end, like basically the end of the book is he has screwed up once again. Mazak has screwed up once again, and he's gonna get taken away and basically tortured by the Kappa to show as an example. But he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go out my way. I'm gonna drink this entire bottle of the serpent poison, and uh, Locke ends up putting up the money as like collateral for it, and he does almost drinks it all, but doesn't quite do it,
Okay,
and
one
dies.
cup left in the bottle.
Yeah, yeah, which is pretty good showing. And then he dies, and like I said, Father James comes back because Black was supposed to bring back 20 coins, Solari or something like that. I think that's what they're, but he only had two left after the he had to put up collateral for his friend. That bet did not go through. So Father Chains ended up putting up the 18 coin, being like, "Hey, you did good. You did a good job, a good deed, but also this is to let you know that no good deed goes unpunished," type of thing." And even though I like that you saw what needed to be done and you did it. This is to remind you of the cost of being good, something that Ned Stark never learned. Um, and then the story ends, and that's kind of the moral.
Yeah. Um, yeah, and he makes Father Chains is like, yeah, this is not a gift to you. You owe it to me, and
Mm,
plus interest that's going to be compounding daily. And he's like emphasizes daily.
yeah,
And it's like
which
this is a
is.
harsh punishment. Um, but
But why can go get that in a day by stealing? So
yeah, I don't think he is.
that way.
handcuffed right now,
Yeah,
handicapped, so he can easily go do that. As Father Chains knows at the beginning,
yeah.
he's like, "I gave you enough money to buy 20-hour candles, and you came back with two extra. How did you do that?" It's like
I
he
just
just
steal
sees and
stuff.
he takes,
He's,
apparently.
he's just a klepto.
Yeah.
He's touched by the crooked warden. I did like that he was like, if I left this thief friend of mine to die and get tortured, I don't think I could be like a priest of the crooked warden, which is really interesting because as the books go on, you do get more and more of that like kind of priestly religious aspect of Locke. So it was cool seeing that here too as well.
Yeah. Um, I did like this Mazak character, especially like when Locke was finally like, "Dude, why do you keep on doing this?" And he's like, "Well, because none of those people in there, like nobody knows their names, but they all know my name." And Locke was just like, "Yeah, but who are those people?" He's like, "I don't know, but they know my name." And he wanted to be a legend, and that's what he was like trying to seek as somebody that was a mercenary
Right.
and kind of washed up and try to make a name for himself.
And he did kind of become a legend because at the end, they're no longer serving the Serpent, so he'll be the last person that you know got the bets on going on for that.
Yeah,
So
he definitely was probably the person that drank the most of it.
yeah,
Oh, not in one go and overall. Um, yeah, some other things I really liked. I liked the world.
hmm
The idea of the wine mast was kind of fun.
hmm
Just dangling over top of the alleyway, so you're above the canal as boats come, and you can serve them ale from above and piss off the ale boats. Um,
yeah, that was cool. And I liked how they're also used as like escape routes for crews.
yeah, when they're not using it to serve the ale, they'll position it above over the wall for the park area, which there was a scene in one of the books. Uh, I think it was Locke
It
was
would,
poisoned or injured and he was in the park. But yeah, they'll put it over there so crews can come and they can climb up and get out. And by the time the yellow jackets follow, they're gone.
mhm.
So kind of cool. There was slight mention of Eldrin um, buildings, whether they were built by the Eldrin or humans. Um, what else? I highlighted a few things.
Got that cool like giant fish thing that was like shooting fish into the Sharknado, basically. I forgot the name of that thing. It's like a shark something. It was in the docks.
I don't remember that. I remember the one dude getting hit in the head by a fish, and it was a special kind
Yeah,
of fish that had like spines that would like poison you,
yeah,
but he was lucky that he didn't get poked by one or something.
yeah.
Is that what you were talking about, or
Yeah, and I forgot. I think there was like a big fish in the dock. Or whatever. I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
they did have something like a wolf shark they that wasn't part of that Sharknado, but there was a
Yeah.
wolf shark that the Barangia sisters were hired to take out. That was part of a story that was told, gossip that was told.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff.
I did so one thing that I highlighted, which was just a funny description, there was a pair of complete stonewits, for example, bare knuckle boxers from the false light cutters, whose skulls were cathedrals of simplicity. Just a very fun way of calling people idiots.
Yes. Yeah, that was good. I like that. Yeah.
But, so
So, yeah.
I think I had this question back when we were reading the novels. Right people, it's capitalized. That's just the term for it. It's kind of a funny misnomer term for thieves. Is that
Yeah, it's basically like anyone that's in the game that you're gonna think of like the wire. It's basically like all the people that are in on thieving. So like even like probably guess even like the fences are right people. So it's, the drug dealers would be right people, the whores would be right people. It's basically anybody that is like above the
not an
law.
upright
But
citizen?
yeah, basically.
The opposite of an upright person.
Yes. As Omar from The Wire would say, anybody that's in the game.
I
Just
haven't watched The Wire.
it's so good.
We're currently watching The Sopranos, like I told you.
Mm,
Um, we're coming up on the end of season 3. Um,
we got some left.
yeah. Oh, like I knew like years ago I heard something about the ending of it being controversial, but nothing stuck in my head, so I don't know what happens at the end. But the other day we were at lunch with after we went to so the landlady for my wife's salon building passed away, and we went to the funeral, and afterwards we ate lunch with some of the coworkers of my wife, and we mentioned, yeah, we're watching The Sopranos, and one person goes, I never watched that, but I know that the last episode ends with, and then says something, and I'm like, like what are you doing?
Yeah, it's kind of
Like we just told you we are watching it and haven't seen it before. It's like, uh, but
yeah.
it still didn't tell me much. So
Yeah, I mean, I knew the ending, and it doesn't really ruin it. I'm
yeah,
curious
what
what
he
you'll.
said doesn't ruin it for me because there's still whatever's, it there's still a whole lot of story. So
Yeah. Um, and also people have been debating what the ending of the Sopranos means since it ended. So
yeah, I know that too.
yeah.
So
But yeah, definitely check out The Wire. It lives up to the hype as one of the best shows that's ever been made. It's really good.
is that on HBO as well?
It's still on HBO, yeah. It's
How old is that?
like early 2000s.
Okay, so roughly around the same as
Yeah,
Sopranos,
like
maybe
like
just a few years back.
90s 2000s, something like that. It's got Idris Elba in it. It's got one season has the sheriff from True Blood in it.
Okay.
You're probably the only one that recognizes that. But yeah, it's good. It's really good. Um,
Like
it's
the
got
old
it's got
sheriff with the bald head?
yeah. It's got Littlefingers in it in the later seasons.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very good. And each season just gets better. It keeps building on itself.
Yeah, like I like The Sopranos. It just does something strange every now and then where like it just introduces a character and it feels like we should know about this character, but you don't. It's just a plot point in that specific episode.
Yeah.
Uh, but I will say one. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that Sopranos is good. I f I felt like it wasn't as good watching it new. Like I watched it a couple of years ago. I could see why it's so influential, but it didn't hit me as much as I bet it would have at the time.
Yeah, I will say my favorite character. It's funny. is Silvio. He just looks like a cartoonish Italian mobster.
Yes.
And the fact that it's Steven Van Zandt, who's like he's a musician. I think he's in God, it was it Bruce Springsteen? I think it was in Bruce Springsteen's band. Um yeah, Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band. And he's a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but just crazy, like crazy character. I love it.
Yeah.
If you look him up, he looks very different and like especially when he's on stage playing his guitar. But
Yeah. Good
yeah,
old yeah. Good old TV and Sopranos. But yeah, I guess getting back to good old Locke Lamora.
it does tie in because it is kind of like,
Mobby,
mobsters
yeah.
type stuff. So
It does, yeah. Um I'm trying there's not really too much. I'm trying to think of like a fantasy show that's like about a thieves guild or something. There's not really too many or any I can really think of.
a show
Yeah, show that's like a kind of like a Sopranos or something that's like a thief like but it's fantasy.
like medieval era, like
Yeah,
fantasy. Yeah,
not really. Somebody should make that.
somebody should make that.
It'd be really good. I
Like
mean,
a Brent Weeks like
yeah,
book
or Locke Lamora.
or Locke
Uh,
Lamora. Huh?
but like there's like Peaky Blinders, but that's 20s or yeah, uh, England, and but there's not much like fantasy stuff or even medieval kind of like thieves abilities type stuff. But yeah, I was gonna ask you if you could pick one character for him to write a short story about next, who would you pick?
Um, do we have are the Sansa twins going to be grouped together or are they going to be separate?
They could be together or separate.
Okay. That could be fun. Um, I like redheads, and I like that Locke likes redheads. And Sabbatha's supposed to be like extremely pretty. So I'd like a short story with Sabbatha, and we get to know more about her, especially leading into like the the next books in the main series. Just to have more of a backstory about her, even if it's something as non-consequential as this was. Just to have a little bit more and give her a little bit more character. Um, maybe it even makes whatever is to come more tragic, or the ending of book three make that seem a little bit more tragic than it already uh, was.
Yeah, that'd be good. Think of like the main or the bastards I would do is probably Father Chains. See how he maybe became like the priest or whatever, get some of his childhood. Didn't he say he was like a soldier once? It's something in book one. I
Yeah,
mean,
he was like there were two or three other people that he knew, and they all trained together.
yeah,
And one was became a farmer, and
yeah,
another was a yellow jacket.
I think so. It's
Um,
it's been a it's been a while, but I remember he was like a soldier, so maybe that'd be cool.
well, the yellow jackets are the soldiers, right? And the blue jackets are the police.
I could tell you.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. But yeah, he was in as a soldier with a few others, if I remember correctly. So
Yeah,
I kind of like the mystery about Father Chains, um, and just kind of reading this short story, I was like thinking how funny it is that he's supposed to be such a horrible, wretched, like bad person, stealing from everything, but he's like raising these orphan kids. Like he cares for them and he's raising them, but he's also teaching them to do the same bad things that he does.
Yeah,
But he's got a soft spot for him, as we see at the end of this book, where he embraces and hugs Locke, a 13-year-old Locke. So,
yeah, that's his thing is priest the cricket warden, but he wants his disciples and everybody to be, if not good people, better people than the Papa and all those other like cutthroats. Yeah, and he's largely succeeded. They turn out pretty decent.
yeah,
They still kill people, but it's mostly people that had it coming.
yeah. I mean, they're not super horrible. I mean, to go back to uh, Sopranos, you're watching The Sopranos and you're kind of rooting for uh, Tony and his
Yeah,
family and
I mean they are way better than Tony Soprano. Tony
yes,
Soprano,
that's what I was
yeah,
just saying.
yeah,
Like you're still rooting for these people to come out ahead of things, um, even though in real life, if somebody like this was doing something, you'd be like, "What are you doing? Like, be a better person."
yeah. And I think if I was gonna go outside the group, it would be that the pirate lady captain. I forgot her name from book two because she was cool.
Oh, yeah, not the one that Jean fell in love with, huh?
No, the actual captain. I think
Uh,
it starts with a D. It's been a while since I read that book.
Zamira
Yes,
Drakasha.
yes,
Yeah. So her first mate was the one that Jean was.
involved with yes. Yeah, she was cool. So and then you could get like her leaving the Navy or whatever and all that crazy stuff, which would have been fun. But yes, do you have anybody outside the crew, or are you good?
Uh, I would like Captain Drakasha would be cool. Zamira would be cool.
Mhm.
Ezri would be cool.
Yeah,
Um, let's see. I mean, did we? I would like to know more about Justice and Falcon, the Falconer.
yeah. The mages would be cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be pretty interesting.
The I don't know what you would do, but like it'd probably be more than a short story, but like all the weird political stuff in book two, that place with like all the
Oh, the
people.
tower and
Yeah, the
the
tower
person that
and
left, we got left off.
yeah, like all that stuff because you have like with the mayor with like the army and then everybody else is kind of like doing it. So like that's probably way more of like a novel than that, but like maybe his like rise to power would be a cool thing to explore.
Yeah, more of a novella type,
Yeah, yeah,
at least twice or three times as long as this,
oh, yeah, yeah,
but not necessarily a full-fledged novel.
yeah. Because one of the things we talked about it is like it's cool that they jump around. He jumps around every book to different sections of the world. But it also kind of sucks because there's so many cool people that you like leave behind that have like these really interesting stories that could be expanded upon. But it's just kind of a gift and a curse of getting all the new stuff. But that guy's cool too. Yeah, you don't really get anything of it. So yeah, it could be a cool format if you decide to do that.
Yeah, he does that with characters, and James Islington did that with like objects or like magical interactions. Like, hey, this is really cool. I want to know more about this. No, sorry, you don't get more about that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's all I really got. It was fun.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Um, so
We'll definitely read book four whenever it comes out.
yes, yes, yes. Scott, we're gonna read book four when it comes out.
And
Or we
any
might have you
other,
back on the podcast if you want to come back on.
yeah, any other short stories that come out, pick
Yeah.
them up.
Um, we'll have to look up. His wife is an author as well.
Oh,
Um, can look up what books she has and potentially read one of those at some point.
yeah,
Uh, her name's Elizabeth Bear. We met her as well. She was at CoastCon.
yeah, she was nice.
Yeah, so super nice. So, yeah. So up next, we are going to be reading The Art of Prophecy
Yeah,
by Wesley Chu. It's book one of the Prophecy saga. Um, there's three books in it.
yeah.
Uh,
I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm like 120 pages in. It's really fun.
yeah, I'm a few chapters in. Really fun. Just a preview if you're still listening. It's kind of it's fantasy based with martial arts magic kind of set in a Chinese style inspired world.
Yeah, they're basically in fantasy China, and they're fighting fantasy Mongols.
Yeah. So
Basically,
you get I forget what the genre is called, but Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is in it.
wushu, something like that.
Yeah, you get that kind of style fighting going on where people are floating through the air and just like standing on one toe on a little beam and stuff going through. Uh, Chapter one has starts off with kind of a bang. Basically introduced to a character that is supposed to be the prophesied savior and defeats this villain. Um, and so he yeah, that's
Yeah, it's a take
that's
on
the gist of it. So
yeah, it's a take on the prophesized hero thing, and like kind of we'll see so far. But maybe the prophecy was wrong and what that means for everything. But yeah, it's really fun so far.
yeah, it's called the War Arts series or trilogy.
That makes sense.
Wesley Chu is the author. He is an accomplished martial artist and former member of the Screen Actors Guild. He's been a model and a stuntman, and he has summited Mount Kilimanjaro. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, we met him at CoastCon. He was also really nice.
Yeah, we met him at CoastCon this year. So, uh, once we finish reading, we might have him as a guest.
We'll
I
see.
did email, well, I emailed another author, waiting to hear back from. It has to go through their publisher,
Mm.
to see if we get another author as a guest. So those are always fun.
Mhm.
Oh, another cool thing. I'm reading his bio, but he was tapped by Robert Kirkman to write The Walking Dead Typhoon, which is the first Walking Dead novel that was set in Asia.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So he's got a couple other book series as well. Um, Seems to be kind of a accomplished person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, right now it's fun. It's very easy to read. It's kind of similar style to what we've been reading. So I'm enjoying it a lot. So look forward to talking more about that next time.
yeah. How many
It's like the
chapters?
it's like the first 20 or 22 chapters. It's like half the book basically.
Yeah, through chapter 21. Um, Books don't really come in the mass market paperbacks anymore. They're like the
Um,
taller, um, This one is really lightweight. It looks like it should be heavier, but it's extremely lightweight.
Yeah,
Um, so it's about 260 pages um, of that, but it's real easy to read. So,
yeah. I miss the mass paperbacks where you could get a paperback for like $8. And
and it could fit in your pocket of your Jinko jeans
yeah,
or your jacket.
like when I bought Red Rising, I was like, this is a paperback. It was like $20. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it sucks. So like that used to be like 18.99 was like the cost for
Hardback.
hardbacks back in the day.
Yeah,
Now it's like $40 for a hardback and 20 something bucks for a paperback.
yeah.
But
But
hey, the cool
it
thing
is what it
about,
is.
yeah, physical books are fun. Um, they're break from digital reading. We got screens everywhere. It does take a toll on your eyes. Um,
Mhm.
but the cool thing about the physical books is you can lend them out if you want, or pass them along. Like read a book. Oh, that's cool. Here,
Yeah.
read this. This was fun. So
And just talking about price of books, just remember to always check your local library. And very nice. You can get the apps and stuff, so you can even get the digital, or you can go and get the physical version. If you're feeling a little tight on money, it's a really great resource that I've rediscovered in the past year or so. So I always want to plug it.
yeah, that and look up locally run bookstores.
Mm.
A lot of them they have they they don't stock a whole lot, but they'll order for you if you request something. A lot of times they will sell used books, and with those, they're either like donated to them, and so when they sell them, they get the profit from it, or they buy it cheap and then resell it, type thing. So you're putting money back into your own community and supporting small business again. So
Mhm.
I know it's real easy to just go on Amazon and order something and it arrives in a day or two and you don't have to leave your house and do anything. But if you want to have a community where and places to go hang out and talk to people that are interested in this stuff and have cool places to go visit, support your local places, whatever it may be. That it's not limited to books. Like if you like craft beer or spirits, and there's places that like distilleries or breweries in your area. A lot of them will usually have tap rooms, and you can go and support them. Um, Fortunately, in our area, we had another brewery that closed down, so that's like the third one that's closed recent, the fourth one that's closed since 2020. So kind of unfortunate, but I think from here talking to a lot of the people around here, I think our town has a some of the stricter laws that make craft breweries hard to succeed in the area. So,
Yeah, see that.
but anyway, enough about that. If you made it this far, we appreciate you. This was a shorter episode. It was a shorter book. So, um, you can do all those things, hit that like button, share, follow, subscribe, any of that stuff. Comment. Uh, Not a whole lot of people comment, but I do check and try to engage. Somebody did comment before. I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast, but they're like, "Hey, it'd be nice if you made chapter uh, like links to the chapters." But unfortunately, we don't actually separate our discussion by chapters anymore. It does speed along the show a little bit, and it puts less pressure on both of us, I think, to not miss anything and just have fun and give the brief synopsis of what we read and then discuss the things we liked and theorize and make predictions.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, do all those things, share it with your friends and family. Share it to your social media if you want. And we will be back next time. Oh, yeah. Visit our sponsor, Mudcat Whiskers, and mudcatwhiskers.com. Use code Paperweights at checkout. And we will see y'all back next time with The Art of Prophecy, the first 21 chapters. Later.